If you're working a 9 to 5, here's the truth Naval Ravikant would give you up front. You're not going to get rich renting out your time. Not emotionally, not gently, not with comforting words, just the raw mathematical reality. Time is capped. Leverage is uncapped. If your income depends on hours, you lose by design. This isn't an attack. It's not a motivational slogan. It's the physics of wealth. A salary feels safe. It feels responsible. It feels like the right thing adults do. But that feeling is the trap, because a job gives you predictable hours, predictable income, predictable expectations, and quietly removes your autonomy, your upside, your optionality, your sense of possibility. Naval said it clearly. The most dangerous thing about a stable job is that it makes you forget you're trapped. A 9 to 5 gives you just enough comfort to stop questioning it, just enough certainty to stop thinking, just enough routine to keep you asleep. You wake up at the same time, drive the same route, sit at the same desk, do the same tasks, collect the same paycheck. And little by little, without noticing it, you hand over control of your life. Your boss decides your income. HR decides your schedule. The company decides your growth. The calendar decides your time. Routine decides your energy. This is not freedom. This is maintenance. And here's the part most people never confront. You're exchanging the most finite resource you have, your time, for the least scalable reward you can receive, a fixed paycheck. That's the trade. And most people make it blindly, not because they're weak, but because they've never paused long enough to ask a simple question. Is this my path or the path everyone else took? So, before we go deeper, take 5 seconds. Look at your current life with honesty. Your routine, your energy levels, your sense of possibility, your level of growth, your feeling of freedom. And ask yourself, are you working a job or renting out your life? If that question hits something inside you, stay with it. Don't push it away. Awareness is the first step out of autopilot. Before we continue, like this video so YouTube knows this message matters. It helps more people who feel exactly like you find it. Now let's go deeper into the truth most people never hear about their 9 to 5. Part 1. The illusion of safety in a 9 to 5. Most people cling to their job like it's a lifeline, but Naval saw it differently. A job is a contract to keep you poor. Not morally poor, mathematically poor. Here's why. Your income is capped. No matter how hard you work, your salary is a fixed line in the sand. Effort doesn't scale. Time doesn't multiply. Your best ideas, your deepest effort, your most productive hours, none of the upside flows back to you. Your growth is outsourced. Promotions depend on office politics. Raises depend on budgets. Opportunities depend on someone else's approval. Your fear becomes a management tool. The fear of losing the job. The fear of looking unproductive. The fear of being replaced. Companies don't need to control you. They let fear do the work. Naval put it simply, people who live by fear will never be free. Exercise the fear inventory. Pause for 20 seconds. Ask yourself, what do you fear losing if you quit your job? What do you fear confronting if you switched paths? What are you avoiding by staying busy? Write it down if you can, because clarity isn't found in motion, it's found in honesty. If this reflection hits, subscribe. Deep Life Lessons is built for people who want truth, not comfort. Part 2. The real problem with the 9 to 5? No leverage. The 9 to 5 is not bad, it's just non-scalable. Naval's entire philosophy is built on one word, leverage. Naval quote, Fortunes require leverage. Business leverage comes from capital, people, and products with no marginal cost of replication. If you're a salaried worker, you probably have no capital leverage, no labor leverage, no code or media leverage, which means your output equals your hours. And if your hours stop, your income stops. Naval calls this the time trap. The three forms of leverage Naval teaches. 1. Capital, money that works while you sleep. 2. Labor, people who help multiply your impact. 3. Code and media, products that scale infinitely, software, content, digital assets. Ask yourself, how many of these levers do you own today? If the answer is 0, you're not failing. You're simply playing the wrong game. Specific knowledge, Naval's escape key. Naval says, specific knowledge is found by pursuing your genuine curiosity, not following what's hot. It's the unique intersection between what you love, what you're obsessed with, and what you can do better than 95% of people. This is the key that unlocks leverage. Take 30 seconds. Write down 3 things you're naturally good at, things you do better than most people you know. If you find one, drop a lightning bolt in the comments. It helps the video, and it helps you commit. Part 3. If you hate your job, Naval would tell you this. Naval would never attack you for having a job, but he would challenge the story you tell yourself about it. Naval quote, "If you can't walk away, you don't own your life. That doesn't mean you should quit tomorrow. It means you should never become dependent on something you can't leave." Why people stay stuck in jobs they hate? Not because they're weak, but because they're afraid of the unknown, financially trapped, used to comfort, trained to believe safety greater than growth, attached to status. I have a stable job. But here's the truth. Most people are not trapped by their job. They're trapped by their lifestyle. The car they don't need, the apartment they can't afford, the debts that freeze their courage. Naval once said, "People stay in bad jobs because they need the next paycheck to maintain a lifestyle that doesn't make them happy." Let that sink in. Real example. Naval often talks about tech workers who make $180,000 a year and still feel stuck. Why? Because their lifestyle expands with their salary. They buy comfort instead of freedom. Ask yourself honestly, what part of your lifestyle is keeping you employed more than your actual job? Write it down. This is where awakening starts. And feel free to share it in the comments. Someone else will relate. Part 4. Turning your 9-to-5 into a strategic phase. Here's where Naval becomes practical. He doesn't tell you to burn the bridge. He tells you to use it. A 9-to-5 can be your training ground, your source of capital, your safety net while you build leverage, your launch pad for freedom. But only if you treat it strategically, not emotionally. The 4 strategic goals of a 9-to-5. 1. Save capital, not for comfort, but for freedom. Naval says, money is a tool for freedom, nothing more. 2. Build specific knowledge. Learn skills that compound. Writing, coding, communication, problem solving, creativity, analysis. Your job should be a classroom. 3. Build in the evenings. This is the truth most people don't want to hear. Your transformation happens after work, not during it. Naval says, escape competition through authenticity. Your evenings should build the version of you no job can contain. 4. Prepare for a future that scales. Leverage is built outside your job, not inside it. Anecdote. Naval's early strategy. He experimented with side projects constantly. He never wasted evenings. He treated his job as his fuel, not his identity. Take a second. What could you build in 6 months if you stopped wasting your nights? If you want accountability, comment it below. Part 5. Building the Path to Freedom. Naval's actual formula. Naval's roadmap is simple but not easy. The formula: specific knowledge, leverage, accountability, freedom. Let's break it down. 1. Specific knowledge. This is your unique, non-replaceable skill set. Companies don't train you for this. Life does. 2. Leverage. Use tools, people, capital, and scalable products to amplify your work. Naval says, code and media are permissionless leverage. You don't need anyone's approval to build online. 3. Accountability. Most people avoid responsibility. Naval says, if you take accountability, you must also take risk, and that's where rewards come from. Put your name on your work. Own what you create. Stand behind your ideas. 4. Freedom. Freedom is not the absence of work, it's the absence of obligation. Naval says, the goal is not to escape work, the goal is to do work that makes you free. Ask yourself, which part of this formula are you missing today? If this video is helping you think differently, take 2 seconds to like it. It helps the channel reach the people who need this message. Conclusion: Naval wouldn't tell you to quit, he'd tell you to wake up. Let's be very clear, your 9 to 5 is not the enemy. Your lack of a plan is. Naval wouldn't push you off a cliff. He'd open your eyes so you choose to climb. The truth is simple. Your job is a tool. Use it. Your evenings are opportunities. Seize them. Your skills are assets. Sharpen them. Your future requires leverage. Build it. Freedom isn't found in quitting. Freedom is built through clarity, ownership, leverage, self-mastery, and long-term thinking. Let me leave you with the core idea. Happiness is peace in motion. Naval. Meaning, fulfillment and freedom come from walking the right path, not from staying still in a comfortable cage. Final question for you. What is one strategic action you will take this week to move closer to freedom? Write it in the comments. It reinforces your commitment and it could inspire someone else. If this masterclass gave you clarity, support the channel so it can keep growing. Subscribe, like, comment, share it with someone feeling stuck. Turn on the notifications. You help this space stay alive, a space for thinkers, seekers, and people serious about building a life of freedom and self-mastery. And if you're ready for the next step, watch the next masterclass. Want habits that change who you are forever? Naval shows how. This video will guide you on designing habits that don't just change what you do, but who you become, helping you embed identity-based transformation into your daily life. See you in the next deep lesson, right here on Deep Life Lessons.